FightHype.com here with Nico Ali Walsh, 9-1, 5 knockouts, here to avenge the only loss of his career, controversial majority decision loss to Sona Akale.
Yes.
And man, how you feeling going into this rematch, and what is your expectation for the fight this weekend?
I'm more than ready. This is the fight. This is the comeback fight. You know, I don't think the first fight should have gone the way it did, but it did. And, you know, this is not my first rematch, so I'm expecting this one to go the same as my last rematch.
Good deal, man. Now, looking at the fight, it was a very entertaining fight. Akale was able to land some overhand counter rights. You stuck in there, landed some nice hooks. What did you do going back to training camp to kind of make some adjustments so you could be victorious on Saturday?
Well, we've seen all of what my opponent is able to do. It's not what he did that won him the fight. It's what I didn't do. So it's all up to me. It's all about me in the first fight and in this fight. And you know, the first fight didn't even feel like a loss. It was more annoying. And you know, I know what to improve on. So this fight is going to be totally different.
Good deal, man. Now, you being the grandson of the great Muhammad Ali, man, what comes with that? And just talk about being the grandson of the great Muhammad Ali.
Pressure comes with it, but pressure's a privilege. You know, I've got a ton of pressure on me, but you know, I love having pressure personally because it just shows people care. You know, if I was fighting, you know, this Saturday I'm fighting on ESPN for the world to see. I've got my whole family with me, a lot of people tuning in. If no one cared, I wouldn't be fighting on ESPN, and I wouldn't be fighting with all the support that I have. So it's a privilege for sure.
So you embrace pressure.
Yes.
And talk about just becoming a professional boxer, knowing that the expectations would be high given your name.
I swear I didn't think the pressure was going to be what it was. I didn't think the expectation would be what it was. I'm still shocked that people care about my grandfather as much as they do. When I turned pro, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I thought I was going to have the same career as all these other pro guys where I have, you know, 10, 15 fights in, say, Tijuana or something. And then I go on to make bigger fights. But no, they jumped me. My first pro fight was ESPN, second ESPN, third ESPN. So I would jump straight into the deep end, and I've flourished since then. So I'm glad. I'm happy for my career.
What are some of the things that you saw in your grandfather and how he fought, and some of the things you emulate in your own style?
I don't emulate anything from his style. Because I think he did things wrong. Like he everything he did wrong, and he did it perfect. So like, no coach would tell you to put your hands down. No coach would tell you to do the rope-a-dope. No coach would tell you to, you know, just do what he did, but he did it well, and he did it well. So I'm not trying to do what he did. But if I had to emulate anything from him, it would be his charisma and his confidence. And I feel like the charisma definitely comes natural to me. I feel like that's genetic. I get that from my mom. I get that from him. But the confidence for sure is something that I always looked up to.
Good deal. Last thing here, Nico, with everything going on in boxing, I want you to reflect on your fight in May 2023 with Danny Rosenberger.
Oh, yes.
That was a fight that ended up becoming a no contest after the draw because he tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug.
That's right.
Can you reflect on that fight, and then also how that kind of relates to the situation with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and that basically the same thing happened there?
What's funny is that fight where it got reverted to a no contest happened on the Devin Haney-Lomachenko undercard. So when I got the news of him testing positive for steroids, they didn't give the details in the public, and I don't know why not. But the dude tested one of the highest tests in Nevada history. And I was so pissed when I heard that. Like, the commission told me this stuff, yeah, it was just I was mad when I first heard that. But of course, you know, that stuff shouldn't be happening in boxing, and you know, hearing it happen with Ryan Garcia and stuff, it's terrible to see. You got people getting hurt in boxing, you got people dying in boxing, so it's not good.
there's no place in the sport for it.
No.
What do you think should happen when fighters pop positive? What type of punishment should they get? Is a 1-year suspension, enough at this point to, stop it, or at least get guys to think twice before they do something like that?
I don't know. I mean, I think the first thing that people should go after, and I think the commissions are doing a very good job. I think the New York State Athletic Commission did a great job with the Ryan situation. I think that they should affect the person's pockets. So you've got to fine them. You've got to do that kind of stuff, because honestly, some people won't even care about a 1 year. Some people won't care about a 2-year suspension. They suspended the guy I fought in Vegas,
Rosenberg. Yeah.
They suspended him, and he took fights out of the country. So some people don't care about suspensions. You got to affect their financials. That will really that'll really stop them. But it's tough to say what to do. But if something were to happen in the Devin fight, God forbid, if Devin were to get seriously hurt, then what are we talking? Like if Devin was sent to the hospital, then what happens to Ryan? Because he tested positive, and then something serious like that happens.
The commission would be liable at that point.
Yeah, no,
and the promoters
it's a
as well
tough
should be under the
situation.
fire.
Everyone would be under scrutiny for something like that. So it's hard to test. It's hard to figure out how you fix something like that. I guess you would have to test throughout camp. And I don't know. I feel like they're doing a good job right now. It'll get better as time goes on.
Good deal. Last message for your fans.
Yes.
Last message for your fans heading into your big fight this weekend here in Miami.
This is a fight you guys definitely don't want to miss. Everyone has something that they want to overcome or get back at. I'm that guy. I'm getting back at my opponent. I'm getting back at my only loss in my career. So this is going to be amazing. Everyone can do that. Come back. The comebacks are always better than the initial startup. So I'm ready to do it. 7 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN. It'll be at 10 p.m. Florida time. You got to tune in.